Kat Greta, welcome to Australian Musician.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Kat, tell me about the artists that you listened to growing up that led to the kind of music that you play today.
Yeah, sure. So I've got a couple of older siblings and they listen to Kiss and Led Zeppelin and a lot of the older stuff, which I still love these days. I've got a lot of old records in my collection. So yeah, I guess I love writing a melody and a good drum beat behind it too.
Yeah. You've got a bit of a musical thread running through your family. Can you tell me about some of your relations that play music?
Yeah, well, apart from my brother and sister, they're really musical. I've got a lot of cousins who have been into music for a long time. Nick and Chris from Jet, Eugene, Esther from Tism, and then I've got, a cousin who's an opera singer. It's just run through the family, which is really interesting.
Yeah, so it sounds like you didn't really have a choice, that you were going to be a musician.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
So at what age did you begin to learn the drums?
I would say about 6 years old, maybe. I remember still, it was Christmas Day and I walked into the music room and the Christmas tree and a big drum kit was set up beside it. I was really, really spoilt as a kid because, my two older siblings just always used to shower me with gifts, but there was a drum kit there and I thought, oh, wow, well, what am I going to do with this? I've got no idea how to play. But yeah, really got into it, and that's when my brother started teaching me and the bass guitar and other things like that.
Yeah. The EP that's coming out on Friday, Get Up and Go, you perform as a non-singing drummer, but a band leader, which is not a common thing. How long ago did you decide that that's how you were going to approach your music?
Probably, I would say a couple of years ago. It's, the project's been going for quite some time, but I feel comfortable writing the songs. I go to the piano and write from there. But I feel like when I perform, I really love to perform from the drums. I just love it. I love being on the stage and having that energy. So I made that decision. I wrote the songs with a big focus on rhythm and also melody. So yeah, it's pretty different, I know.
Yeah.
I'm not of it.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Do you sing at all?
I sing a little bit, but I don't consider myself a singer. I prefer to work with other singers who are professionals. Yeah.
So in general, what's the starting point for a Kat Greta song?
The starting point. So when I go to write a song, do you mean?
Yeah.
I would say, okay, I'd probably start on the piano and I think about the melody first. I construct the chords around there and then I take a few days to really think about everything, and then I'll come back to it a few days later, listen to it, make a few changes, and then I'll think rhythmically, what do I need to do with the song? So it's a combination of the two, really. Yeah. It takes quite a bit, but I get there eventually.
Yeah. Tell me about Charlie Lane, your collaborator in the EP.
Oh, Charlie's great. And it came, I met him right at the last minute. So I had these songs ready to go, but I still hadn't found a singer yet. And I had my recording sessions booked, and my producer said, well, I'm working with this guy, Charlie. Do you want to have a listen to his voice? And I said, yeah, of course. And he played him to me, and I thought, this is perfect. Yeah, he's such a great singer. So he came into the studio and he just nailed it. Yeah, right from the start. It was great.
Yeah. The EP Get Up and Go was out Friday, August 5. How are you feeling about it? Excited, nervous, or all of the above?
above. Well, since it's my first EP, yeah, I don't really know what to expect, but it is exciting. I'm getting you know, some feedback from my family now, which is lovely, and yeah, the days just roll on so quickly. It's been a long time coming that I've been working on this project, so it's good that it's finally happening.
Yeah. The first single you released was Let It Go, which has a great video to it. Where did you shoot that, and how hard was it to get that drum kit onto the beach?
Oh, it was so hard to get it onto the beach. It was down at London Bridge in Portsea. So it's a pretty popular tourist attraction down there. And yeah, we just went down there, and I didn't know what I was getting myself into really, but had to walk about 300 metres to the London Bridge, and we had to do about 3 trips with the drums. So it was pretty funny. I was buggered by the time I got there, and there were plenty of tourists around just watching from the cliff and thinking, what is this girl doing? What's she doing with these drums? But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a stunning place.
Yeah. Let's talk about your gear. You've got a couple of kits, I believe. There's one behind you there. What are they, and how did you acquire them?
So the one I've got back here, this is a PDP kit from DW Drums. I've had it for a little while, and I actually found it on Marketplace. I decided that I wanted to play, you know, an acoustic drums again. So yeah, it's been good for me for doing gigs and what have you, but it's suffered a bit recently with the video shoot and whatnot. Yeah, so it's been a little while that I've been playing the drums, and yeah, I'd like to build up a bit of a collection.
I noticed in one of your Instagram photos, you've also got a Roland B drum electronic kit. How do you use that? Do you use that for rehearsal, or?
Yeah, I actually don't have it anymore.
Okay.
I was renting a while, but God, it was a fantastic kit with great sounds. So yeah, it was great to have that on board. So I use that a lot for rehearsing. And yeah, I'd love to be able to buy it one day. Yeah, really good kit. Great sounds.
Yeah. How fussy are you with drumsticks? Could you use anything? Or is that important to you?
Look, it's not so important to me. I do prefer a thinner stick. I've just got a bit more control over it, over what I'm playing with those. But then I have a tendency to break them pretty easily. So yeah, I think even if I turn them around and play with the thick end, that works for me too, if I need to. But pretty open with drumsticks.
Yeah. I noticed you got a digital keyboard in the background too. What keyboard is that, and is that what you write on?
That's Yamaha. I'm not sure. I wish I could give you the precise details of it. But usually, I actually write on my other Yamaha, an upright piano that I have in the other room. I've had that for about 20 years, and it just keeps going. It's a beautiful instrument.
Yeah. So, what lessons did you learn from recording the EP that you might take into your next recording session?
Oh, so many. I'm still learning every day. There's so many lessons. But I suppose now I've got a better understanding of what kind of sound to go with. Yeah, I've got the 4 songs now, and I can go back to them and think, okay, well, this is the kind of artist I am. And yeah, melodically and rhythmically, I've got that foundation now. So that'll be a lot easier. I loved working with my producer, Lindsay Gravina. He's taught me so much, and it'll be great to go back to him and yeah, just continue with what we started. That's the main thing. But as the industry as a whole, I really did not know what I was getting myself into. Still don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just going on the fly and just seeing what happens.
Have you been writing more songs since you finished the EP?
Yeah, that's what I love doing most of all, is writing songs. And I wish I had even more time to sit at the piano and write and record. So yeah, I love it. I sometimes at the end of the day, that's when songs come to me, and you know, at night it's when the slower songs come, and in the morning is when the more upbeat songs come. So it's sort of interesting that I know that about myself now, and yeah, so looking forward to doing more of that.
Yeah. So when you get to playing live, how many musicians will be involved?
So there's 4 of us in the band. I've got a brilliant keyboard player, a bass player, and a singer. So, and then myself on the drums. And the singer plays some guitar sometimes, but the guitar is really just kind of scattered around, so it's not the driving force of the sound. Yeah, I wanted it to be just a little bit different that way, because since I write from the keyboard, it's sort of turned out to be quite keyboard heavy.
Yeah. So if money was no issue, what would a Kat Greta show look like?
Oh, now you got me thinking. Oh, drums everywhere. I'd love just, yeah. Have you ever seen that show, Drummer Queens?
Yes.
Yeah, really theatrical show, and I would just love to do something like that. You know, I've done some music theatre in the past, so drums around the stage, yeah, lots of just engaging with the audience, going over to the kids sometimes. Who knows, you know, maybe put a marimba out there or a vibraphone. Yeah, something like that would be fun. If money weren't an issue, that'd be great.
So what's the plan for the rest of 2022 and heading into next year?
Well, I would love to write more songs and record an album with Lindsay. That would be great, and do as many shows as I can. So I'm just so lucky to work with really, really great musicians, and you know, they've even taught me so much along the way. So hopefully they don't get sick of me, and we can work together more in the future and just play as much as we can.
So Get Up and Go, the EP is out on Friday, August 5. Kat Greta, thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me.